Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is AhTravesty playing some Divide and Conquer as the Orcs of the Misty Mountains. Alright, out here in the west. Looks like the elves might just leave us alone. Don't see any more of their troops running around. Although I still want to put a tower down here just to make sure nothing comes sneaking through here. I'm going to leave a couple spies out this way too. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and move this one out here and see if there's any troops running around. Yeah, there is this force out here. We're just going to have to keep an eye on them for now, I guess. Let's see if we can move up here further in the hills to see this route right here. Yeah, if I lose the under towers, I'm not too much worried about it because this place isn't doing too much for me any damn way. So, alright, so I'm just going to continue to reinforce over here and just hold. Alright, back over here to the east, we recently took the town of Dale, the city of Dale, I guess I should say, from Dale. And they currently have a small force sitting out here. And it looks like we cleaned up just about everything else. Askaroth has some small forces in here, but nothing too much to worry about. So I think I'm going to go ahead and finish killing these guys off. They got a general in there, that's why I'm more concerned about it. We need to go ahead and take care of that before they get out of control. Let's leave some Snagas, let's see, yeah, let's leave some Snagas behind, and let's go see if we can kill these guys. Don't run away, fool! Alright, let's take a closer look. His general is Royal Archers. And we're dealing with some Rivermen, some Horse Guard, some Swordsmen, some Dale Cav, and some God Routes. Alright, let's go. Okay. Well, they might be right there on the high ground. Let's get our general up here a little bit closer. And let's get our archers squared away. And I think that should be good. Let's go ahead and start. Yep, they're right in front of us. Alright, let's move up, gentlemen. Let's see what they're going to do. Looks like they're going to stand fast. Alright, he's got his guide routes up front with his swordsmen. And his rivermen back here, and his royal archers there, and flanked by Cav. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to send the wargs right into that Cav. See if we can take care of those bastards. Let's go right into those guys. Alright, infantry, let's move. Get up there. And archers, can they range them? No, let's move the archers up a little closer. Come on, wargs. Do some damage. Alright, here comes these guys. Damn, doing very little damage to these guys. Alright, let's back the wargs out.
Very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Alright, let's back these guys out. Alright, let's see if we can flank these infantry. Let's get up there. You guys can get up here. Alright, let's go back into this Cav here. That's their horse guard. Send these guys in. Archers are unloading. Alright, let's move these guys up. Actually, let's send them over there. And let's get the general over here. Let's get some orc drought. Alright, let's pull these wargs out. Damn, they're taking a damn beating over there. Alright, these wargs. Let's go into this group. Oh, he's bringing his Cav back. Let's go into that Cav. And spears. Let's go up there and hit that Cav. Alright, wargs. Let's go into these archers. He's bringing his Cav back here. These guys are going to be a problem here, these damn horse guard. Let's get the general over here. Alright, these guys just broke. Let's send our weaker wargs after them. Alright, these guys need to get out here.
The enemy force remains. The battle is very much in our favor.
And those guys just broke. Let's go into these Royal Archers next. And let's send these Spearmen out this way. Yeah, we gotta help these guys over here. Alright, let's send these guys back here. Let's send the Wargs into the rear of them. Alright, let's go chase down some of these guys here. And we need to finish these guys off as well. Let's run them over. Alright, let's see if we can get in behind these guys over here. Alright, these guys are all done fighting. Let's come over here. Alright, let's hit them in the rear. Oh, they just broke. Okay, let's pull the Wargs out. Alright, we gonna be able to catch these guys or not? Should be able to. Alright, I'm gonna run the last of these guys down. Alright, lost 210 guys. They lost almost 700. That'll work. And we got their general. Beautiful. Execute. Alright, so that pretty much cleared all the Dale forces running around out here. Now we just need to deal with Astaroth and Graguard, which is right here. Let's bring these guys back into Dale. Let's move this spy down here so we can keep an eye on Graguard here. Let's move up right next to these guys. What do they have in here? One general and 3 units. Shouldn't be a problem. Alright, let's move this force up here. Take Graguard next, and I think we're ready to start moving some of these armies out here. What do we got going on? Let's grab everybody except the guys that need to retrain, which is these folks right here. And I think... yeah, let's leave the stalkers behind too. Let's grab the general. Let's move all these guys out of here. And... let's move these wargs up in here. Alright. Alright, next. All these forces are moving up. Let's move these guys up this way. These guys are going to follow these guys over here. Alright, tower filling. Alright, General Lugnlun, it's your turn to start moving some troops out. Actually, maybe we should wait on... yeah, let's wait for these trolls here. We'll get them in one more turn. But let's take these ballistas, let's move them forward. As they move pretty damn slow. The rest of these guys we can move out next turn. Okay. Alright, anything else we gotta deal with? Let's take a quick look at our agents. Alright, this spy. Let's move him up. Okay, it looks like... yeah, Rune owns this. So that tells me that there's probably nothing else over here that belongs to the dwarves. So it should be this place and this place left. Right, that spy can stay there. And this spy... this way. Yeah, here's Burkalpus down here. But I want to keep this spy up here so we can keep an eye on these dwarves up here. Yeah, let's sit right up in here somewhere. Alright, let's look at the rest of our agents. Alright, Diplomat, you can hang out up there. Oh, that's part of Linden too. Let's go up here farther and see what's up that way. Alright, he's going to stay there, he's going to stay there, he's going to stay there. And this Diplomat.
Without question, my lord.
Well, let's go up here. Maybe we can get some deals going with these guys. Yeah, I don't intend to attack Rohan unless we really need to. Alright, this spy. Let's take a quick walk over here.
Keep going.
See if there's anything else going on up here with Northern Dunedain. And what else do we have? He's going to stay there. He's going to stay there. And he's going to keep moving over here. Okay. Well, we got a pile of money to spend. Can't do anything with these troops over here. What can we do in Bree? Let's spend a little bit of money here. How are we looking here? We could use some more culture here. It'd probably be a good idea too. Let's go ahead and get this Dark Temple of Melkor. Yeah, we get a population growth bonus out of that too, and retraining costs are reduced. Experience to troops, happiness. Yeah, that's a nice building right there. Let's go ahead and build that. Alright, all these guys are building. Can't build anything there. Tirdawen, can we do anything worth a crap there? No. Sloniak, no. Austin. Okay. Well, we're looking pretty damn good here. A little bit of corruption yet. Let's get a fairground built here. And what about a non-enterod? Don't need any of that stuff. How are we looking down here in the elves? Been kind of neglecting these guys. They're still building. All these guys are building. All these guys are building. They're all building. What about Methelberg? Nothing I need there. Okay. Celeberg. Well, we're looking pretty good here too. You know what? Let's see. Let's get a slave quarters built here. And what about Dweenberg? I don't need that stuff. Laidholt, don't need that stuff. And Witherboard. You know what? Hell with it. Let's build that mine. It's a small mine, low yield, but might as well build something. We got lots of money. And Emmen Nefuin, can't build anything there. Okay. Now they're building trolls. Am I building trolls over here? Yes, I'm building trolls over here. They take a while to build. Here we can build some cave trolls in 19 turns, but I need to build this troll breeder to make them recruit a hell of a lot faster. Alright, the rest of the stuff is going to be all admin stuff, so I'll see you the next turn. Candidate for adoption. He's pretty damn loyal. Let's go ahead and get him. Dale was raised. Yeah, we took it. Dale Waynes. Alright, heavily into profits. Over 21 grand in the coffers. Mission failed. Annexing. Yeah, we're not getting that. Alright, another troll breeder done. Now it's in Goblin Town. A lot of leather workers and tanners done. And a Temple of Melkor up too. Alright, little bit of recruitments. A lot of retraining. And we got our cave trolls and tower filling. That'll work. Okay, so on the turn change, Endedwaith sent a diplomat over to us, and we have trade going with them now. And speaking of that, let's move our diplomat up here toward Rohan. Alright, look at this. Looks like Mirkwood's all up in here now. Yep, they can have all that action over there. Okay, now let's take a quick look out here to the west. Anything coming across the border at us? Ooh, there's a big army right there. And another one right here. Alright, let's run down here real quick. Let's build a tower right here. Keep an eye on this route, and then let's head back to Michael Delving. Probably going to lose under towers, but I'm not too concerned if we do or not. Let's keep this spy right up here. We're going to keep an eye on what this army's going to do here. They might just stay on their side of the border, but we'll see. Highly unlikely. And these guys are probably going to come in right toward Hobbiton. Yeah. I wonder if I shouldn't move a bunch of these troops out. I think I'm going to do that. Let's grab everybody here. Let's leave a set of these archers behind, and let's send everybody this way.
We have completed an objective.
Yeah, if I lose all these territories over here, like I said, I'm not even concerned. And let's move these guys up here as well. And these guys are going to keep pushing this way.
Come on!
And what do we have? Yeah, I want to keep this reserve force here, just in case Northern Dunedain comes in. I'm going to leave them alone for now. And all these guys can come up this way.
No sleeping here! Come on!
Alright, and all these reinforcements are coming in as well. Let's take a quick look out here toward Dale. Anything change over here? Oh, dwarves actually sent one unit across the border. What the hell are they doing? Alright, time to hit Graguard. Let's get 3 rams. We'll go in next turn and take that place. They got a general in here and some forces, but we should be able to take them out pretty easily. These guys are going to come up here and reinforce that army. And these guys are going to head that way as well. Alright, ballistas, let's keep moving. Let's go this way. Alright, now, let's grab everybody here. We have our trolls now. Let's leave the Snagas. Is there anybody else that's pretty heavily damaged? These Bolg's champions are pretty tore up. Let's leave them behind. Yeah, I should probably move them out to get them retrained. Let's join up with these guys right here. And then let's keep moving.
Is that what you want?
Matter of fact, let's go ahead and move these champions right now. I think... yeah, we can probably go to Goblin Town to train them. Yeah. Alright, all these guys are coming forward. Actually, we need to go this way. These guys are coming forward. What am I going to do with these guys? They're going to go retrain. Rudar's got to go back this way.
We have completed an objective.
Alright, all these guys are coming up here. And this army. Yeah, I really want to keep this army pushing off into Dwarven territory so we can keep hitting them. I want to keep a force here though, just next to Esgaroth in case they decide to come out of there. I'm not too much worried about trying to snag that place up just yet, but let's move this army out here at least.
Objective complete.
And should probably get a lot of these guys. Man, these guys are beat up in this army. Alright, here's that new general we picked up too. Do I have a general up here? No. Let's grab him. Let's put him in Erebor. Yeah, I want to use Chieftain Agarog though to go up into Dwarven territory. I want one of my best generals going off in that direction. Yeah, I'm going to link him up with this army, I think. But we'll sort that out later. Is there anything else we need to deal with? I think everybody's moving. Alright. Let's take a look at our spies over here. Yeah, I want to move this one up here. Let's take a quick look at this place. Ooh, he's got a lot of forces up here. That might have to be a siege to get them guys out of there. Let's come over here.
I'd welcome a trial by arms to end.
He's got a good amount of troops. And this spy, let's move him up this way. Keep an eye on this route up here. And this spy can stay right up in here somewhere. Yep, he's bringing some more forces up here too.
I'm only here to fight the Yagaloot.
Okay. I think we'll be alright though. Once we get all these armies pushed forward, we'll have a lot of troops to go in there and take them guys out. Yeah, Esgaroth, if I attack this place, I know they get a huge garrison in here. But like I said, I'm not in too much of a hurry to grab that place. I want to get the damn dwarves taken care of. Alright, let's see. These guys can come forward. Along with these guys. Alright, let's run through our agents real quick. He moved... Where's the dwarves? They're up here some damn place.
Without question.
Town over here somewhere.
At once.
Alright, he moved. He's gonna stay there. He's gonna stay there.
At your service.
He's moving. And this spy. Let's go take a look over here.
Hurry up!
What's he got up this way? Large force there. Yeah, let's leave that spy up in this area here. And this spy, he's gonna stay there. He's gonna stay there. And let's move over here. What's he got in here? Minimal forces there. And it looks like Enedwaith owns this down here, so let's keep this spy right over here. You can watch this route right here. And was that everybody? Yep, that's it. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and admin up, I think. And then we'll go on to the next turn. Turncoat army, where the hell this... pass on him. Damn, man! Oh, one of my small forces ahead down here just got bribed. Damn, man. Mifflin Resplendent. Send emissary to Rohan. Okay, that's where I'm going.
What is it you wish?
Alright, let's get some trade rights. How about some maps? Generous. Maybe we can get some money out of these guys. Let's see. Let's go for 2 grand. Will they take that? That's generous. Hell with it. Let's go with that. And it looks like they're going to take it.
This seems quite
accepted.
That seemed fruitful.
Isengard. Alright, let's keep these guys moving.
Your service, my lord. At once.
Alright, a lot of movement down here from Rohan. Okay. Yep, we lost Undertowers to Linden. Yeah, damn. I knew I was going to lose the place. I wasn't too much worried about it. But I do need to build some more damn towers down here again. Let's build one right here.
Objective
and let's move up here. And let's build another one.
Objective
and let's move back over here. That big stack he had over here, though, he moved away. Unless it's hidden here in the trees somewhere and I can't see it.
Listen.
Alright, let's get all these guys together here. Oh, we got a lot of forces here. I need to sort that out later on. Alright. How are we looking? Heavily in the profits. Almost 30 grand in the coffers, man. Wow. Alright, that mission's done. And we picked up a bow and an overseer. And another barracks done. Some more temples. Yeah, I started recruiting a lot of heavy goblins now. Now that we got a lot of barracks and stuff built, I was able to build them all over the place. Okay. Relations improved with Mordor. Mission success. We got 2 Snagas. Come on with that, man. Jeez, man. Alright, let's see. Might as well leave that spy there. We can keep an eye on these places over here. Yeah, let's put this guy back up here. We can watch him there. Okay, well, I guess I'll sort through all this. I got a lot of troops moving over this way. We'll sort through that later. Let's go back over here. Anything new over here that I need to be concerned with? I don't know what the hell he's doing with these guys.
Off your head and spit down your neck.
Alright, dwarves are staying there. Oh, it looks like he's starting to push some down this way.
Ready.
Any more of them hidden over here?
This way.
Yep, a few more.
Hurry up. This way.
Yeah, let's leave our spy right there. We can watch that route. Alright, let's go ahead and hit Graguard. In we go. He picked up a couple armored defenders. That's alright. We're going in anyways. Let's get a night attack. Alright, let's get a little bit of light. And let's clear up the fog. And let's start deployment. Alright, I have 3 rams. And it looks like we can come in from 3 directions. And that is what I'm gonna do. Alright, I'm gonna redeploy. I'll be right back. Alright, all divvied up on 3 sides. Let's move up. Alright, let's come back over here. Oh, they got a lot of troops on this side, it looks like. Let's move these guys up. Move up. Orcs can stand by back here. These guys can move up. Alright, let's go to this side. Alright, let's get up here. Let's keep these orcs back here. Alright, what do we have over here? Nothing on this side. Got a good amount of troops over here. Defenders and swordsmen over here. Defenders there. Dalesmen. Rangers. Royal Archers. He's got Cav over here. And his God routes. Alright, let's go for a speed up.
The battering ram is in place. It will not be long before our enemies.
Come on, gentlemen, pound through. Well, it looks like they didn't come out the gates this time. Like they usually have been. Alright, through 2 of the gates. Alright, let's see. Do we have spearmen on this side? Yeah, we got halberders. Let's send them guys right in there. These guys can get closer. Alright, he's pulling these guys away. Alright. Alright, we're through the 3rd gate. Alright, let's get everybody through here. Halberds can come in. Spearmen can go over there. These guys can go straight in. Orcs can stand by. Let's get the general up here. Let's go right into him. Alright, he's going to pull his cav inside, so let's start piling everybody here to the square. Everybody move up here. Alright, these guys can start coming through as well. Yeah, I should probably push spearmen forward first. Halberds in. And these guys can come this way, and let's send these guys this way. Alright, looks Looks like we're just gonna duke it out right here.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Alright, let's send the halberdmen into that cave. These guys can go into them. Where the hell are you guys going? This way, bud. Alright. Let's keep these guys pushing through. Actually, maybe we can send these guys around over here. See if we can come in from behind them somehow. It looks like it's going to be a big duke 'em up right here. Alright, General, you can stand by right there. You guys can stand by there. Actually, let's bring these guys forward in case they bring that cav up in here somewhere. Alright, halberds. Make sure you stay on that cav. Alright, you guys stand by there. Let's get some of these other guys forward. Let's send in the orcs. These guys, let's send them back this way. These guys can come in. Alright, let's go ahead and grab these wargs. Let's push them back that way. These guys can come in. Alright, these guys can hang out here. Let's bring the wargs in. Alright, and these wargs, let's push them back here. Alright, halberds. Take out that damn cav. Let's see if we can squeeze into here. Alright, let's pull these halberds back. And these guys can come up. Yep, it's just going to be a big duke 'em up here. Who's all up in this mess? Savages and my mountain orcs. Yeah. Just beat them down, guys. And what do we have here? More mountain orcs. Alright, let's bring these guys around this way. Wargs can come back this way. These wargs can come up here. Alright, what do we have here? Swords, they can come up here. Come on, guys. Alright, we might be able to squeeze over here. Let's push these guys through. Let's bring these guys up. Alright, let's go into them. Alright, wargs, let's go. You guys can get up in here. Alright, let's send these guys in. Let's see if we can push through here. Try to get in behind these guys. Now let's hit them in the rear. These guys can come up here, hit them. And let's push these guys all the way back here. I wonder if we can push some of these guys through. Let's go through here. Yeah, we're tearing them up pretty well there. Let's go for a speed up. Alright, let's finish all these guys off here.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half
Come on,
their
wargs,
men.
beat them down. Alright, let's pull these wargs back. Let's get this infantry forward. Alright, wargs. That's defenders, god routes. Alright, let's go and hit these guys now with the wargs. And these guys can push forward. Let's get the general up in this action here. Come on, wargs. Do something. Shit. Alright, looks like we decimated these guys. Let's start sending in mountain orcs. These guys can come forward. Let's pull these wargs back. I don't think we're going to need them. These guys can come up. Damn, they're still beating these guys. These are the rangers over here. They're being a pain in the ass. Let's move the general up in here if we can. Alright, wargs can stand by. Let's get these guys forward as well. Let's move them up here a little closer. Alright, let's see, maybe we can squeeze into these guys here a little farther. No. Alright, let's hit them. Alright. Let's do a speed up here. I think we got these guys taken care of.
Our men have taken control of the city.
Alright. And these guys are done back here. We're doing pretty damn well. Let's go for a speed up. Yeah, it's just these pockets of guys here. And there goes their leader. It's all over, baby. Just crush them. Almost done. Alright, who's still fighting? Alright, got him. Lost 366 guys. He lost over 1,100. That'll work.
Yes.
Execute them bastards. And now Graguard is ours. King of Dale is dead. Alright, hurry up and get in there. And let's sack the joint for almost $2 grand. Alright, what do we have here? Farming complex, dirt path, sheep farms, leather worker, and a smokehouse, stables, meeting hall, port, catapult maker, practice range, town guard, bard's hall we can demolish, and a grain exchange. Let's go ahead and get a shrine built here, and let's raise the taxes a bit, and let's do a little retraining. Alright, well, we're looking pretty damn good. Got some armies coming up here. We can probably finish off Askaroth, and then we can push further into dwarves here and take these guys all out. Alright, the rest of this we'll do in the next episode as we are running up on time. So let's go ahead and end her here.